Now, before I move down onto the next page, I have lounge misspelled here. So let me correct that. I do know how to spell lounge chair. There, that's better. Okay, so now let's move over to our next page. So I'll go to the pages flyout and go to our last page here, our next page, which will be our full rendering. We're just going to present our rendering here. And so I'll just close this, and we will create with the rectangle frame tool a frame for our rendering. I'm just going to move this so it's centered. Find the center. That red line tells me that it's centered. And then I will just go place, file, place, and I've got an image here, and I'm just putting it in. And now I'm going to right click, go to fitting, and I'm going to either fill or fit. I'll try fit first. That's actually okay. So I have my perspective image here, and let's change this, and I'm going to call this bedroom view. A perspective view seems a little technical, but you know, bedroom view. I think that that looks good. Or if I knew what direction, I could say bedroom view facing east or something like that. But bedroom view is fine. And really, that's all I got for this page. Now, a lot of times, you know, it's really up to you as to how you want to present your perspective to your client. You may want to, you know, we've got our inspiration page, and then we go on to our furniture and finishes. And what you might want to do is you might want to put furniture and finishes after the perspective view. So what I can do here is I can take my perspective view, and I'm left clicking and holding, and I'm just going to drag it up. So now my last page, my page down here, is my furniture and finishes, and my next page, my previous page, my third page, is now my bedroom view. So I have a lot of flexibility here on what order I have my pages set up and how they're going to be presented to my client. The last thing I want to do is I want to put a closing view, one more page that sort of says, you know, thank you to the client. And and what I can do here is I can just create a new page. And what it did was it created the page up here. So I'm going to move that page so it's at the bottom. And I think what I'll do is I'll go back here, and I'm just going to I'll put this back on there, back on my my thank you page, my last page. So I have the frame selected, and I'm going to go and copy it, and then go to my last page, and I'll go edit, and I'll click paste in place. So now I have a duplicate of my my perspective view, sort of on my thank you page. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to modify it a little bit, and I'm going to go to effects here, and I'm going to click transparency. And I think what I'm going to do is just kind of bring the transparency down of it. And just kind of graze it out a little bit. And then I will, let's go back up here, and I'll take this text, and I'll copy it, right click, and copy and go back down here and paste in place. Move it up, and I think this time though, I'm going to change this text to black. Right now it's set to white. I'm going to make it black. And maybe I'll just say thank you on it. Move it off to the right a little bit. And I don't really need this here. So again, I will just hit Shift. I'm going to hold Shift and Control. I'm holding them and double click in here. And I'm just going to delete that text. Don't need to see that. So now let's just take a look at our whole presentation. I'll go back to the beginning and I'll just collapse this. And I'll go to Shift W to view the whole thing. And then I can just kind of with my page down or page up key, I can scroll down, take a look at the whole presentation. And I think we're good. So the last thing we want to do is, well, first you want to save it, of course, but we want to export this to a PDF because very few people have InDesign and virtually everyone can read a PDF. So we'll go to File and then Adobe PDF Presets, and I can just go to High Quality Print here. It's going to ask me where I want to print it, and I'll just save it. I want to save all the pages, obviously, and I'll just export it. And now I have a PDF image of the entire presentation that I can give to my client. And that's pretty much it.